What up? What up? What up? We live. We live. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, rather. Welcome to another episode of When Life Talks. It's your boy Joe Mack. And of course, you see my sidekick, the one and only Crystal J. Coming to you another Wednesday, another episode. But before we get into this episode and we get all, sidetracked and get into tonight's topic, we definitely want to send our thoughts and prayers out to the city of Baltimore, to all those loved ones and families that was affected by the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse on I believe that was Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, uh March 26th. Y'all definitely in our thoughts and prayers. Uh, even after the tragedy, we still here with you. I believe at the present time they have recovered two more bodies today as of this show. Still
Yeah.
workers, construction workers on the bridge at the time are unaccounted for. So keep the city of Baltimore in your thoughts and prayers. Keep those loved ones that's missing that was on that bridge. Keep their families in your prayers and hope for a recovery of their bodies so the families can get some closure.
Right, because it's about what, four more people that they're looking for?
Yeah, I believe last count is four people are unaccounted for that they know for sure was on the bridge at the time.
Yeah, prayers out to the city, the family. I know they said the President Biden or whoever said they'll pay for the bridge to be rebuilt, but that'll take years. But I mean, this will go down in history because you can rebuild a bridge, but you can't bring lives back.
Absolutely.
'Cause-
I got to think of his name, but I will find his name by the time I end of the show. The Baltimore mayor, he laid it on thick and heavy, like he said. He said we don't even want to talk about the repairing of the bridge right now.
right.
We're still in recovery mode to rescue and recovery. Excuse me, to try to
hmm
bring those up to the surface, which was day two now, which is presumed dead. But yeah, I mean it puts everything in perspective. Like Crystal said, those lives can't be brought back, but that bridge can be repaired uh,
Right.
whenever.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Yep. Well,
hmm
we're back. Another episode from this week to last week, from now to then.
hmm
Another black entertainer has been raided. So tonight's topic is: Are black entrepreneurs moguls target, or do they contribute to their own demise?
hmm
We know it's been a hot and heavy week since they raided P Diddy house.
Right.
Um, it's all over every major national news outlet. It's on every talk show. It's on every
Social media.
social media outlet. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Like I say, there's memes out there that's clowning him, and then there's memes out there that's saying, you have folks saying, why do we celebrate the demise of our black entertainers? And what happened to the moment of innocent until proven guilty?
Right.
As always, y'all know we've been in the background talking about it since it happened. We
hmm
decided to bring it to y'all to get y'all thoughts, get y'all opinions. Because Diddy is not the only one that's been targeted. We can go back multiple years, or we can just stay in present day and go back the last couple of years.
Yeah, we could stick with what was that? Bill Cosby. You had R. Kelly, and now P Diddy.
It's been a multitude.
It's been a multitude, and so I'm one of those people who states innocent until found guilty.
Hmm.
You know, all these accusations have came out, and that we've seen some court documents. So now it's like, did you do it? Did you not do it? But my thing is, they get to a certain level. Is it that they're getting to a certain level? They have all this money and they bored, so that now they left to get into all they putting themselves in these corrupt situations, these criminal situations. Like what is it? Like, why do we constantly find ourselves in a situation that is going to bring us down, make our families look bad, harm our family, especially if your family is dependent on you, to support them. Now, you leaving them to have to find other means, because guess what? The money gonna stop if they don't come and take it all, because they figure you getting it from XYZ. So it's a lot comes into play. Or are they feeling like this man is getting too big? We got to find a way to shut him down.
And of course, we've all seen the raid. It was a question: how do you feel about the way they raided his house? Uh, they destroyed his house. Just the pictures that circulating online,
Destroyed.
they destroyed. I mean, we only gonna get a bird's eye. We getting a bird's eye glimpse of inside the raid, but from what we've seen and what's online, they destroyed it. Understanding that his adolescent kids still live at home with him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think he was not home. He was not at either homes when the raids took place in LA and Miami, but he was spotted at the airport. I believe he had a show he was going overseas.
To do. Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, his kids were still home.
Right. And I never understood that. Now I myself have been caught in two raids. One I was actually caught in, and one I actually walked into in my younger day and times. So, and I never understood that. I mean, they would rip doors off the hinges. They would put holes in the wall. And they would laugh and tell you they ain't paying for it to be fixed. So when you look at the pictures of his home,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shoes was thrown everywhere. Doors was off the hinges, you could tell. They broke open safes. They did the masses. Now, if you're going there just to get electronic equipment, why not just take the electronic equipment? Why are you ripping doors? Why are you throwing shoes around? Is it you doing your job, or is it too, okay, I'm gonna hate because I ain't living this lifestyle, so I'm finna tear this nigga shit up? I never understood that.
Yeah, it was definitely a military style raid. That it was horrendous.
It was like I can, and then too, I seen one celebrity spoke out to say, this certain person was given a courtesy call to say, hey, we finna come raid your house. This one didn't get that call. So now you're looking at it, okay, is it targeted? Is it about colorism or racism, however you want to put it? But man, if the man did wrong, he need to be punished for it. But if he didn't, and y'all just out here targeting people that get to a certain tax bracket, a certain level, and with him, it wasn't that he was sitting back quiet. He was living his life, out loud. So it's like, let me sit him down real quick.
And the sad thing is always, is it like you just said? Do we get too big for him? Is it were they tired of the boastering, the brashness, what you know what I'm saying? What is it? It has to be something. Like I say, now we're not in his household, we're not in his inner circle. Like you say, if things happen, he know he did certain things. It'll come to light.
Gonna come to light.
But one day you're on top of the world, and the next year it's like your world is crumbling. And it was like you say, those agents look like you say, they would look like they were just happy as all get out to going in. Granted, he got enough money to replace it.
But he could call some workers in and have it, put back together.
The principle of the matter, the man kids still live at reside at that, especially the LA resident. That's the one that his kids was at. So come on.
Thank God twin daughters wasn't there, because that probably would have traumatized them.
Come on in, talk with us. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we see it's prevalent in our community. Once we get to a certain stature or status, you start to get those that hate, that added hate, that added spotlight, that added attention. And like I say, is it self-warranted, or because you don't want to tell a person to go sit in the background. Hey man, you might want to lay down, But you have a lot of celebrities. Hey, they got it, but they just lay low.
And he came out and spoke, or his lawyer came out and spoke and called it a witch hunt. So I don't know. So I guess it's good that he kind of fighting back. We don't know what was all in the Cassidy case, because she was warned. She
Excuse me.
was awarded what, 30 million for her case, and that information is supposed to be sealed. Back then allegedly they brought what, TD Jake's name up. Allegedly, they brought Meek Mill's name. Allegedly, they brought up Stevie J. But I've seen something where Stevie J and Meek Mills have stood up in support for him. Um, so yeah, it's like all these names are coming out, and you get bodyguards and other people who are speaking up against him. People are bringing up young Miami, one of the city girls, name up to see if she had any partake in any of the, what was going on. But like I say, innocent until proven guilty. Let's
Absolutely.
not tear down our own people. We're so easily distracted to where we want to put up memes. 50 Cent, he the number one troller, baby. He is the number
But
one
see, but
troll.
and with them two, it's always been a little competition. You know what I'm saying? They both New Yorkers. There's this competition, but like you say, that excuse me, to the outside, we just jump on it and run with it. We ain't even got a dog in the fight.
We don't. It's like we so quick. That's one thing I could say about other nationalities or races, is they know how to come together and support each other. They know how to come together and get money. We tear each other down so
Excuse me.
quick with this crab in the bucket mentality, or oh, let me jump on the bandwagon and say XYZ before I know all the facts. No, let's wait. Let's sit back and wait, because maybe this man is. But then you got some people who worked up under him. What's the girl from Danny Kane? She said, okay, finally, some stuff coming to the surface. So is it minute stuff that people don't like he's doing, his lifestyle, or is it really serious? Time will tell.
You're absolutely right, man. Time will tell, and when they hit the light, we'll know. But
You
I just
know,
think, man, like you say, people get crucified quick for no reason.
do. They do. They do. I promise you. Miss Deborah said, Black people just always want the spotlight for themselves. Yep, most definitely they do. They always got to be the one to be the first one to jump on and say, "Oh, well, y'all know such to make themselves look higher than what it is." Like, come on, let's try something different. Let's support. It don't cost you nothing to support somebody. It don't cost you nothing to say, "Look, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna gather all the facts." And I'm gonna watch this all play out. And that's what I do. I follow the lead attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney. He's an attorney here in Atlanta, 20-year vet, family attorney. But I watch him because he breaks down all the cases. He give you all the information. He gonna break it down in layman terms so we all can understand it. But that's where I'm at in the situation. I like to know all the facts before I jump on the bandwagon and be like, it is what it is. Jaguar Wright has been talking about it for years, and J Lo put it in her book. Yep. So that's why I said a lot of people now is talking about it. It's coming to surface. So that's why I just want to know, Danny. Like I said, the chick from Danny DeCane, she spoke to it was another guy from a TV show. I can't think of his name. He came out and said Diddy wanted one of his family members to stay at his house. Then you see what is it? What's the guy from Stump the Yard? He came out, you know,
Columbus Short, right?
Columbus Short came out and spoke too. But it's just crazy. Yeah, definitely we never can stand together. It's crazy. It's crazy, I believe. People need to sit back and watch before judging. I 100% agree. We
Absolutely.
need to watch back, sit back, and get all the information. Because it's going to come out because more people going to start to talk. But you know what is so crazy to me? Is when Terry Crews came out and spoke that he was, groped by another man. It was funny. It was made a mockery of because you this big buff dude and you didn't knock him out, you didn't punch him, you didn't push him back, you didn't do nothing. I mean, it's all just crazy. But like I say, with this Diddy case, I think it's gonna be on the same line as almost as the R. Kelly case. You know, a lot of people are going to get strength and come forth and start telling some stuff. And I pray to God that TD Jakes is vindicated because, like I said earlier, allegedly he was named in some of the stuff.
Yeah, I think
So
it all come to light. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we just got to stop bashing folk. We just got to sit back and let all the evidence come to light.
yep, that's it. Salute. Yep, we have to. We just that's it. Let everything come to light before we judge. All these memes and all that stuff. It's getting crazy.
It's like we get happy and we celebrate the stuff that we should be talking about. We don't talk about. We just take stuff and run with it.
Hmm?
It's the status he had. That's why people jumping on the bandwagon. Joy. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's it. He in the spotlight. That he that celebrity spotlight. It's always up there. What Bill Cosby? He was getting ready to purchase a
Yeah,
TV network, right?
he was trying to purchase NBC.
He was trying to purchase NBC,
Let's
and
let's be real now.
yeah, and
Bill.
that's
Then all of a sudden, here come all the other.
all the other stuff. Yeah, it is came out to get him, and even with the statute of limitations being old, they still was ready to railroad him.
And now
Thank
Bill,
God he was able to get out.
we was talking about stuff that happened in the '60s and the '70s, and we all know Hollywood was one big fun party back then. So
Right. Because you got to think, what's his name? Hugh Hefner.
no
He
comment.
did, come on now. Where was the punishment? Then who else who else had to step down for their company? Um uh what he did? That baby fat.
You
He
talking
was
about
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons? The,
Yeah, didn't he have to step down from his company
there was
because
some allegations jumped out there on him. Yep.
the allegations jumped out on him. So it's crazy. Like I stand with my women. I stand with my men who are subject to, molestation, sex trafficking, any of that crazy stuff. I stand with them. And sometimes I say, why wait the 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 years to bring it out? I understand it's fear. I understand it's like the shame behind it. I understand all this stuff as well. So it's like, I mean, I'm like I said, I just got to sit back and watch the information play out. I have to see because what they trying to say that then they say they arrested somebody, uh, his one of his drug mules or something
Yeah, allegedly.
allegedly.
Mm-hmm. One of the
So
drink down in South Florida.
now they trying to put him in a drug ring, right? And then they trying to put him in
They
sex
digging.
trafficking.
As the old folks say, they digging.
They digging. Yes, they is really trying to get this man. And like I say, only thing I could uh wish for the wish for the best for him. But if he did it, if you put yourself in that situation, you got to pay the cost,
Oh yeah.
whatever that may be. Whether they put you behind bars or they stripe you from all your accolades. Now they did say he sold Revolt, so it's
But
like
but
yeah,
Don't mind me. I be here playing with some cologne sound. That shit doesn't spill, don't me. If y'all see me out there looking crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
like, what did you
hey,
do?
one thing about it, two things for sure. Hey, just because he sold it, that don't mean nothing. Man, people selling their catalogs every day now. So he's just sold something that he started that blew up
Yeah, yeah,
to an investor. So just because he's selling something don't mean he's guilty. And I think a lot of folks took that, oh, he sold Revolt. Hey,
yeah,
what if it was an offer he couldn't refuse?
yeah. They were saying the same with TD Jakes. Oh, he stepped down and gave his daughter to church. He must be guilty. No, they doing as they lawyers probably telling them to do.
I just think folks just run with stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like I say, we need to gather all the facts. And I've been seeing people post, court documents where they allegedly had Meek Mills, Stevie J, and somebody else, but they what they call it, detracted it or something. They took it out, took the names out, and said it was a rapper from Philly that had sex with an underage person allegedly. It was this person who did that allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just kind of took it and was like, oh, it must be this person, it must be that person. So I don't know. I just want to see how it all play out. I hate to see our black men fall victim to stuff like this. I wish they had people that surrounded them, people who was on their team to kind of say, no, this ain't it. Don't get yourself caught up in this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's invest here. Let's do this. Let's just live life. Whatever. Continue to grow your catalog. Get more artists. Build more business. Invest. XYZ, right? And not get around, and do stupid stuff like R. Kelly. His music, undeniable, great, excellent. I still listen to it,
Oh,
but
he's
he
definitely a genius.
a genius. But he had people around him who was, yes sir, master. You want me to go get you some girls? Yes sir. You want me to go do this? Yes sir. It was nobody around him who said, dog, this ain't it. Go get you some help.
Mm-hmm.
This, let's put you up for this. Let me go learn how to read. Go learn how to handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Everybody was just taking. Yep. All right, you want to? Okay. But guess what? When it came down to it, they all went against them. All went against them. All got in them documentaries and all said, oh, yeah, I will go to the mall and get XYZ. Oh, I would do this. All went against them. And guess what? They got off scot free. They at home drinking coffee, watching TV, vacationing. While you sitting behind bars, how much time he didn't got?
He got a grip.
Yeah, he probably gonna pass away in there because we don't have people around us that will protect us, that will give corrective criticism, that will stop us in our tracks when they know we're doing something that's messed up. Because just no, all these people in that case, all that stuff gonna come to light, and you gonna tell me all them people ain't had no out of all them people, ain't
Some,
nobody have no sense.
somebody knew
Somebody knew, but they got caught up. They enjoyed it. They liked it.
that
But
money.
now it's time to pay the piper. Now it's time. It is time to pay the piper. I don't know.
Yep.
I just. Mm,
Yeah, y'all. We just sitting back talking, man. Like I say, this show about y'all. Come on in, come on. I know it's a Wednesday. Come on in with your questions. Easter weekend.
hmm.
Man, we just like I say, we just see a lot of our, and I mean at the end of the day, a lot of people are idols. You know what I'm saying? They get to the pinnacle, and then all of a sudden, here come the crash. So is the crash self inflicted, or is it targeted? I mean, what you feel? You know what I'm saying? We all got our own opinions. Like I say, I ain't never been one that's on the conspiracy theory train, but you have to start looking at certain stuff. It looks targeted. It looks pointed. Um, yeah.
Yeah, and like he doing, like I say, he doing what his lawyers telling him to do. Just sit back, stay off social media, whatever the case, really, and just let us do our job. Let us handle it. Let us put the work in to vindicate you, if that's the case. Joy says both targeted and self-inflicted. Yeah, I can, stand with you on that one, Joy. That's why I said I just want to wait till everything come out because ain't no way Cassidy got 30 million and it was nothing done to her. So I think he have brought a lot, brought some stuff on himself. And it could be a little bit of targeting because they like, oh, he didn't got to this pivotal point in his life. He making all this money. Oh, he think he can't be touched. He thinking he's Superman. He can't be touched. And some people start to believe that. You get so high and mighty. Oh, I can't be touched. I got money that's gonna get me off of this.
But they say big brothers are always watching. So it's somebody that would let their air out their head. If your head get too big,
Hmm?
oh yeah.
Yeah. But you could why? Why did nobody if this is the case, if he is guilty, why didn't you learn from R. Kelly? Why didn't you learn from Bill Cosby?
Then you
Why
on the flip side, you have to ask why now?
Why now? Yeah. Why did Cassidy wait all these years to finally come stand up and say, you know what? 10 years, 5 years, however many years ago, this is what happened to me. Now I got enough strength to say I want to make him pay for it.
Because you best believe the feds right now will not come to your front door just for hearsay.
No, when the one thing I have learned, when the feds come, they got you.
let, let, let just
They
let just
coming with proof.
let Jenna say he felt he was untouchable. Absolutely. Now let's just keep it real. Them folks don't have the time nor the day to just say, you know what, I'm gonna go knock on this door and I'm gonna throw this I'm gonna throw this flag up and hope we find something.
Yeah.
When they come to your door,
When the feds come, they got you.
they have something of substance.
Yeah.
So
That's one thing I know.
is it somebody in his circle? They've been watching him a while. They don't put somebody in the camp to infiltrate him. Trust and believe. This didn't happen overnight.
Mm-mm. And it Joy said, but think about it. All of them big names was actually talked about when R. Kelly was going through it. They all went in hiding. People talk later on because they are scared what can be done to them. You're right, because they coming out saying allegedly they think he did something to his kid's mother, Kim Porter. You see Al B. Sure coming out and having words. So you're right. It is a lot that was hidden or iced out for a while, and then I guess once they came back, it's like okay, it's cool. The smoke been cleared. Let me pop back out. But see where it's getting them. Allegedly Will Smith. Now they saying something about him. They were saying the guy from what was the show? It was on this kind of like Power, but it was on a regular station. Um,
And then yeah, I know
was
I
talking
can't.
about yeah, they was saying about he was suing P Diddy and Will Smith allegedly.
But then the sad
So
part about it, a lot of this stuff be smoke and mirrors.
it do.
If I can make a claim about you, knowing you got a certain stature, and not for it to go into the national media, I tell you what, man, I'm gonna just settle for X amount of dollars. That's why we hear about a lot of those settlements.
Yeah,
But a lot of that
that's
stuff
true.
used to be smoke and mirrors. Let me tell you, somebody not don't get me wrong, but somebody doing something to you and all that good stuff. Once you get enough courage, you're gonna. I mean, you get enough bravery, you're gonna come forward. But
For
a lot of folks just be sitting around ready, them the ones I hate, ready to tell something. Oh yeah, back in 1994, man, you were 30. It's 30 years later.
right, and that's what I don't get. Like a lot of these bodyguards and security guards, like on different stuff. we could speak on the Will Smith and Tisha Campbell, Dwayne situation. Even if that was the case, even if you did walk in on them allegedly, what business of that was it yours to go run and tell, the social media platforms, the media? What business was that of you to tell? Like
Zero.
what?
Zero.
Zero. What was you gonna gain from that?
Zero.
Like it was, if they choose to sell their soul, if they choose to deal with men, if they choose to deal with women, that's their business. They hire you to do a job. That's what you should have did. Stuck to your job and did your job. Now, if they ask you to do some ethical, somebody else scope of practice, by all means, hey, I don't do that. I don't get out like that. That's not in my scope of practice. I didn't come here for that. I'm gonna fall back and I'm gonna find me another job. I'm putting in my resignation, or I'm just leaving. But
And
to
that's
come
the end
out,
of it. But you
and
sit
that's the end of it.
you sitting around, yeah, oh yeah, they had hey, Crystal was over here at 11 o'clock. Matt came over here at 11:30. Uh the dog came at 12. Uh somebody else came. Like you sitting around taking notes, like you say, what's your purpose?
What's your purpose?
Because at
Like,
the
what
end
do
of,
you?
the end of the day, like you said, if it's something unethically something wrong, absolutely. But you signed up to do a job. They let you into their house, their home, their space. You have a sole purpose of committing doing that job.
Exactly.
But then you like you say,
Exactly.
that's why a lot of folks say they do the NDAs and they do complete screenings because if I'm gonna bring you in my environment, I have to be able to trust you. Knowing the stature, knowing what I have at the end of the day to lose, because you figure his man is worth well over 500 million. It's probably more than that, but we just gonna I can almost speak that he's worth over 500 million. So he have workers to come to his house. He have people that stay in his house to take care of his property. So those screenings and those folks, like the neighbor rode by and said, yeah, you got busloads of people coming. All right, we ain't heard nothing about the busload of folks that's coming, but you don't know if those are workers.
Exactly. Them could have been workers.
Because it ain't like you have a little bitty ant hill house. The man has an exclusive mansion, so you got like I say, you have people that take turns on shifts that come in and provide services for his family and his guests that are there. Like I say, so it's a multitude of things come in. I ain't in Hollywood. None of us in Hollywood. We don't live out there. I sure ain't got $500 million sitting in the bank. But if I did, am I gonna wake up every day and clean, knowing that I can hire a cleaning crew or hey, hire somebody to maintain my family,
Exactly.
while I'm ripping and running around the whole entire world? And I think a lot of folks don't think like that. What's done in the dark will always come to light. Yep, that we say. Yep, absolutely. The truth will come out, and I don't think it's going to be pretty. I personally feel he's done something, maybe physical abuse or sexual abuse. The truth will reveal itself. Is I think his time has run out. Well, I don't know who you are. If you want to give your name, please do. But I,
Jenna.
we agree. Okay, Jenna, got you, cuz. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably some validity. We're just
Yeah, that's what I say.
we're just because what we do know is those alphabet boys don't come knocking just to come knocking. It's
They
probably
don't.
it's probable cause within those knocks.
Oh
Um,
yeah, they didn't get all the information. They didn't got proof like they did, like they said. It's audio, it's video, so it's word of mouth. They didn't got some information that's solid enough that they needed to beat down his door.
yeah, that's concrete. Like you
I
said, we
don't
don't.
think he's
They,
100% innocent.
yeah, they don't go on hypotheticals and hypotheses and maybes. They go on something within what in the motion of discovery have been discovered to be credible. So we'll see how it play out. Somebody said, "Are y'all referring to P Diddy?" Yes, we talking about
Yes.
brother. We talking about brother Love.
Yeah. P. Diddy, Puffy, Love,
Yeah,
all them names.
brother love, brother
Yeah.
love.
Me and y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all rocking it out with us when Life Talk, myself and Mac, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, follow Thought Magazine when Life Talk. We appreciate it.
Just
Share.
just hit the share button. If one share can get us millions of shares, so just share it. No, tell somebody that knows somebody. What's up, cuz? Got y'all. Yeah, we talking about Diddy and his situation is going on. We just talking about how those black entrepreneurs and those big time moguls get up to that pinnacle, get to that mountaintop, as we would say back. Get up to that mountaintop, and all of a sudden is that slow descend down. Um,
I wouldn't have doubted if they try to come out and say Jay-Z or Beyonce is implemented in something or coming, like I say, it's like when they only allow us to get so high in life.
you just took the words out of my mouth. You're only gonna get so. You're gonna allow to be going so far. And we, like I say, throughout time, if you wanna get there and go back in the time, Dr. King, Malcolm X, Mega Evers, if you start going back through history, if and for those that don't know history, go back into history and start looking when those individuals rose to that mountaintop. That's why I keep saying that mountaintop, where the spotlight was on them. They was at the highest of the high. We know what happened.
Can't have too much power. They come knocking at your door.
Too much influence. I mean, you get Edgar Hoover had Martin Luther King and Malcolm X taped, watching, tracking every movement. So that tell you that, like you say, it's a certain level you're gonna get to, and then they're gonna say, "All right, time out, time out."
Exactly.
They're gonna hit you with, and then you start watching, and you start seeing all the different angles and stuff that come at you, and it's a moment like, damn, I'm just tuning in. I'm not. I'm just tuning in. I'm not sure if y'all discussed it yet, but how do y'all feel about Tyrese publicly standing by Diddy's side? Do you think that will hurt him or his career? Well, great question. Great question. We did touch on a few celebrities that standing by his side. I think, like I say, Stevie J, Stevie, mega producers say, that's his man.
Meek Mills.
Meek Mills. I mean, Uncle Luke clearly was like, hey, hey, he's known Puffy before he became the mega star Puffy. So, like you say, he just hated that he's going through it as a brother, and he hated it especially for his family and his kids. So I think it's a lot of celebrities that's
Standing
standing
with
that's
him.
yeah, they're standing with him, even the ones that may not come out publicly.
They may
Um,
support him in private.
mm-hmm. Because you figure
Which
he's a mega mogul. He is a mogul, from the music to the cognac to fashion design. So we can't put him in a box and limit him. His statue is global. He has
that's
a
why
global. He got a global impact. Far as Tyrese, I think we all know Tyrese is Tyrese. Um,
I think it'll hurt his career
I don't think it
because
hurt, because one thing about it, that Transformers platform and what's the other one, Fast and Furious, ain't going nowhere.
ain't going nowhere. Yeah, they study making hits, and then too, you gotta look at it. It's still, yes, we know he have done something, but is it to that magnitude? So you still got a lot of people like, man, innocent until proven guilty, right? So it's a lot of people just sitting back, but then you got these people who are speaking out on his
Mm-hmm,
behalf.
mm-hmm,
We got to remember they truly know him. At least they think they do, unless it comes out that he is guilty, and they be like, "Oh my God, who is this person?" Right? So it's like they
mm-hmm.
know him personally. They know his character. They know his personality. They probably done been to his parties and so on and so forth. So they know him on a more personable level, so they respect him in the aspect of, I don't believe he's done all these horrendous things. Have he done some things? Probably so. Have
Oh
he
yeah.
got them mistreated a woman a time or two? Probably so. So we're gonna see if it's something minute, small, or we're gonna see if it's boom, it's gonna blow up in his face like R. Kelly. Only time will tell. Like I say, I follow the lead attorney, so I'm pretty sure he just spoke it. I'm gonna have to go on his
Mhm.
platform and see what information he's gathered, and I can always bring it back.
Oh yeah,
Bring it back to
absolutely.
here.
Like I
But
said,
it's I don't know. I feel like I said, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for any black man. But if you put yourself in this situation, then you gotta sit in it.
oh yeah, absolutely. And by all means, anybody watching, we're not saying we on one side or the other. We're just talking about the allegations against brother Love. I'm gonna call him brother Love. Hey,
Yes, because he just had a
mogul.
little one. Well, she not she just won, right? She just
I
recently
think she a
turned
little. I
one.
think she a little over one.
Yeah, so it's like, man, that affects everybody on down to on down to her.
That's why we say it's his family. It affects his kids.
Hell,
This,
even the boys may be traumatized. They was there. They brought them out in handcuffs.
mm-hmm.
So we just pray for them
Oh
because
yeah.
I mean nobody wants to be brought out. You don't know, get out. Sometimes they could be so aggressive with and we know protocol. We need to basically move y'all out the way so we can do our job and tear this house up and find whatever evidence we need to find that's going to support whatever evidence we already have, right?
Yeah.
So we know it was just protocol for them to just handcuff them and move them out the way. But we
Correct.
don't know how it was done. Was it, hey, put your hands, get out. We don't know if it was aggressively done or it was saying, you know what, hey, we here to do a job. We need to handcuff y'all and bring y'all outside. We don't know.
Absolutely. It's a right and way to, like I say, there's always a right way and a wrong way to do anything. You know what I'm saying? But they came in their guns blazing like they were looking for. they they were looking for Pablo.
Right. I mean,
Pablo.
what was gonna be hidden in shoes? Why you throw the man shoes and clothes on the floor? What was hidden behind shoes and clothes?
Yeah. Like I said, we wish we had some of them pictures, but go online. You know how TMZ is. TMZ run with everything. Go
TMZ,
online.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Unlocked.
Go online and look at how they did it. They like I say, when they went
I
down
wonder who released those pictures.
when they went down to Mar-a-Lago, they was very nice and toting them boxes out. But we're gonna leave that alone.
Right. That's
y'all
what I
know
say.
y'all
Everybody is
know what I'm
treated the
talking about.
same.
You know what I'm talking
They ain't
about.
got a courtesy call. Hey, we finna come raid your house, sir.
Y'all,
Hide your wife, hide your kids, hide the evidence.
yeah, buddy. But yeah, man, like I said, all seriousness, yeah, we just here tonight talking about, hey, when these entertainers, I mean, we know they're entertainers, we know they're in the spotlight, but is that spotlight too bright for some of them? Like you say, we know it's arrogance that come with it. Um, we know we see it with regular people that think they got a little bit of money, they get arrogant and cocky and or hey, shit, you got something that don't got nothing at all, and they think they arrogant and cocky. Um, so it's just just trying to navigate through this. It's always like I say, our black entrepreneurs seem like this past few years, uh, they've been going through it, whether it's targeted, like we said, or is their own demise. You know what I'm saying? And you can't run from it. A lot of folks want to go sit and hide and, oh, well, we shouldn't talk about that. And, yeah, but you got to talk about it because it's reality. You can't erase it. I mean, at the end of the day, he will go down in history as a mega mogul. I mean, good, bad, and indifference. But you go all these years and you hear the whispers. I guess that's a good way to put it. You hear whispers about certain entertainers, then boom, here it is. All these years, God rest his soul. Like I say, you don't speak on the dead. Michael Jackson, a global icon, iconic. All of a sudden, after his demise, here comes all these allegations.
He did this. He did that. The man can't rest in peace.
Now, and then when you talk about the ones that were staying with him, I mean, if I'm paying your medical bills and your family is there with me, and I'm opening my doors, so that's why I say this stuff get a little tricky.
Right.
It get a little slow because only people that know is those that was there, the individual that was there, the subject that whatever subject, and the good Lord.
That's it. And they gotta live with that. If you know you was doing cruelty, you knew you was doing BS, you gotta live with that. That's
Man,
between you and God, and you gotta live with it.
I'm paying your treatment, your medical treatments, your family staying with us, and no issues. But all of a sudden, years later, oh, come on now.
Right.
We got some stuff we gotta keep it real.
And is this and is this a puppet behind them that's saying, "Oh, not yet, not yet. Okay, do it now."
You have to say in certain cases you have to say yes. And like I say, y'all that's joining late and go back and watch this show. Like I say, we're not condoning no inappropriate or negative behavior.
Mm-mm.
And let's just we want to make that crystal clear. What we're saying is when these events happen, like Crystal just said, is there a puppet master behind it?
And is it justifiable?
Now, Bill Cosby, we know that was our American hero. You seen a successful black family on television coming up, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, when he get ready to make this big old purchase, oof. Now I'm digging up stuff from 40, 50 years ago.
Statute of limitation. Like you done lived your life, you grown, you got kids, probably a whole grandma, and now he put something in my drink and
Yeah. In
took it.
1964, he threw a Mickey in my drink. Hell, everybody was coked out in Hollywood back then. Now let's be real. Somebody say yes, there is. Yes, there is. We don't know who you are, but if you want to identify yourself, well, yeah. I mean, I like I say, I'm not big on the conspiracy theories. Never will, but I will say there is puppets and puppet masters that's you know what I'm saying. Put that key in certain individual back and say, like Crystal say, is it time? Yeah, it's time now. Go. Greetings, greetings, greetings.
Breathing.
Don't know who you is, but hey, drop your name in the comment if you want to, you know what I'm saying? We'll shout you out. We don't want to feel like we talking to a ghost or leaving anybody out. Uh, but yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man, because we always talk about it. Somebody, like I say, drives the train. Trust me, it's a conductor on these trains that is pushing these narratives down the track. Like I say, if it's true, it's true. If it's not, somebody, like you say, somebody said, oh yeah, hey, the iron is hot. What's up, bro? Glad to see you can join.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I say like that's why I want to know like why they waiting all these umpteen years to come out and say this is what it is. Like you say, if it's true, it's true, and they gonna deal with them accordingly.
I'm gonna tell
Whether
y'all
it's
now. I kicked the dog back in 1989. Don't call Petter on me.
it's crazy because it's almost like you damn near hate to get to that caliber or even a celebrity caliber because now you thinking, oh, what I did when I was a teenager, what I did when I was. Cause if somebody gonna come out the woodwork and be like, oh, I used to date them, they crazy. I used to date them and they ain't, or any crazy stuff.
Like you said earlier, it just makes you want to fly. Like we said offline, it just makes you want to fly fly under the radar. I mean, and I'm gonna get to Tanisha's comment, but like we say, what's the light skinned fella? My partner, what's his name? Drizzy Drake, Champagne Poppin'. He's notorious for the NDAs.
Chris Brown too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't blame him.
She said, what she said, do you all think those NDAs have expired and now that is why everything is coming out?
But
You
I
know what I
mean,
want to do? They have an expiration on them.
most of them NDAs is that's it. It ain't you done.
I think that's indefinite.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it's indefinite. Mm-hmm.
Like I say, and like I say, we talking, we just touched on it. You said Chris Brown, you know, mega star, you Drake, mega global icon. Both of them young brothers are global icons. So I mean, at the end of the day, you can't blame them for bringing people into their space, signing NDAs, because you know the space that you're walking in. You know the space that they control. Drake, I don't believe it. He's not even 40 yet, and he worth a couple billion. So granted that he's gonna bring you in his space, and we're adults on this show. You 9 times out of 10, you know what you're going in that space for. So when they sign them NDAs, because you there for a short time, not a long time.
You down there to get bust down or whatever the case. You there for the party or the party.
You there for the parties. Like I say, a lot of the celebrities now, you know, like I say, at the what's the brunch Jay-Z and them do every year? There's no cell phones, is you know what I'm saying, you leave, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be on that certified list. Um and I mean at the end of the day, they're just protecting their investment because they are the cash cow.
And they know at any moment the wrong person can have a lawsuit against
Yeah,
them.
like
They
the young
can
lady, the young
sneeze
lady,
wrong.
the young lady that was tried to sue Drake because he put hot sauce in the condom after they had sexual relations.
Mm.
There you go. Somebody thank you. The Rock Nation brunch. Now you want to talk about some NDAs and man, I okay. You going out there for a good time. You ain't going out there to be, oh yeah, I seen Beyonce do this. You going to have a good time if you get that special invitation. Uh, but yeah, man, one of the biggest takeaways, like I say, man, we don't condone any wrongful acts or anything of that nature on this show, you know. But like I say, we're gonna talk about it because it's an open platform to talk about it when we see these things coming up in our community, and they come up in other communities as well. But we're just talking about our community tonight, you know, how these things come up and they get to that mountaintop, then all of a sudden, ooh, that plateau come.
And then all of us jump on the bandwagon, create the memes.
Boy,
We put them in a guilty, as
we
guilty
don't, we don't,
box before the judge even do.
we don't
before,
convicted them. We don't convict them guilty,
right before all
guilty.
the facts come out. So yeah, like I said, we just need to. Sometimes we just need to come together more until all the facts come out. We know he done did something. We all then created a sin a time and two. So who are we to judge?
Absolutely, none of us.
But none of us is perfect. But like I say, if that man did something wrong,
It'll come out.
it's gonna come out, and he trust and believe he gonna either pay with money or gonna pay with time and
Yeah.
behind somebody bars.
And we say, you know, some of the memes are funny. I ain't gonna lie, they real funny. I mean,
No
because
Diddy, that's the word
yeah,
now, right?
yeah, yeah,
No
no
Diddy.
did it. Yeah, it's a all that stuff is forms of expression.
Hmm?
We just talking about the ones that sitting out there just automatically, you know what I'm saying, just going in like you was there. Oh, he guilty. He guilty. Wait, none of us was there.
But we
And
don't
like I
know that
say,
man from a can of paint.
yeah, him and like I say, him and 50, you know, they jump on 50 band. Man, him and that man, them boys are mega moguls. They've been in competition. They're in New York, and we don't even know if them boys talk on the phone. They probably talk on the phone. Hey man, we don't know. We just
Don't know.
because every time 50 troll him, it's a joke behind it. So you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, them boys might be on the phone. Say, hey, look, man, hey, bro, I'm gonna troll you, but we don't know. So,
We don't know exactly. Yeah, because you got to think it's bringing attention to 50, which keeps his shows popping.
because you figure Puff has some rock, and 50 had, I can't think of the one he had, and it was always like a joke when he'll come on there and be like, hey, you don't want none of that Puff juice, or come over here to this brand I got. So yeah, man, like I say, man, friendly competition ain't never hurt anyone. And I think that's I think one thing that we miss is that we do try to pit a lot of those celebrities against each other. And man, them jokers be friends, shaking hands. I mean, let's keep it real, before we knew wrestling was fake, we'll be like, oh man, these dudes up there fighting about to kill each other. And when they going out to dinner as soon as they leave the stadium.
Oh, they leave. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. Now they got the show to show that they got the show that actually shows you how it all goes down, how
the
it
whole
comes.
script from the rooter
Yeah.
to the tutor. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey, my match gonna last 8 minutes. I'm gonna choke slam you to finish it, and hey, this the move I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. Your body in shape for it. Cause it's it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, another Wednesday, man. We getting close to that hour, but we ain't there yet. So if y'all got any more questions, comments, man, drop them in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, really want y'all to reach out, man, and just, man, share. I think that's the theme. You know, like I say, uh, run this show up. And if you got topics that y'all want to talk about, y'all know y'all always well cool and fine to email us, hit us on social media. If there's something you
Drop
feel
it in
we
the
ain't talked
comments.
about, yeah, that we need to talk about, we gonna talk about it.
Don't talk
Uh,
about it.
I can tell you next week, you know, like I say, none of us are political gurus. I will say that much. I know a little bit. I know enough. I ain't gonna say I know enough to be dangerous with it, but you know, we may touch on it, you know, because it's the political season, you know, the political climate. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks sit back and they're saying they're going to sit out this election. So it's kind of a prelude into next week if we get on it. We may not get on it, but just understand it, man. Hey, sitting out of election is basically saying you don't have no voice and you don't, no matter what side, no, if you on the red side or the blue side, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about it. All right. How many celebrities home get rated off hearsay though? We might not know what it is, but something definitely not right.
Right, and I don't know if you was on a few minutes ago, but we said that when the
Mm-hmm.
feds come knocking at your door, one thing we know is there is evidence, there is proof that something has happened or occurred. So we know he have done something. We just don't know to what magnitude. Is it all
Yeah.
is it minute, small, where he gonna have to pay fine, pay money out, pay some people, or is it something large that's gonna cause him an incarceration? So that's where we at with it. We just sitting back waiting for everything to roll out. But we know when the feds come knocking, baby, they
Oh yeah.
got evidence.
And if you don't care, drop your name in the chat so we can shout you out. Like I
Yeah.
say, we don't want to know. We don't know who we're talking to. But yeah, we talked about it earlier. Crystal just mentioned. Hey, when them boys come knocking, let me tell you something. We all know. We all done had family members. We know of folks done got their stuff kicked in. We not living on no rock. When that judge executes that warrant and signs that warrant, they have general probable cause to know that this is not just, hey, I'm finna go kick in this door to find a hamburger under a sofa.
Right. Yeah, because it's been said if you listen to some people platforms where they have the actual court docket posted, it does state that it was what sex they're trying to get them for sex trafficking and in drugs, but that it was saying that
What up? What
it
up?
was something that
Okay. Okay.
what up, Des? Thanks for tuning in, love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Yep, it's it's some truth. He done
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. Like you say, them boys don't waste their time. They
They don't waste their time, baby. They do have some recordings. Like I said, they said it's been some recordings. It's been some some audio, video, and just voice. I seen a TikTok today that had the document posted, and then this person also played a clip where it was allegedly P Diddy and Meek Mills
Mhm.
having it was intercourse sounds. Um, well, it was an audio, and yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean,
And y'all know it.
it
Everything is public record these days. So if y'all out
and
there,
people is grabbing
yeah,
it.
if y'all
I
sit,
don't have the
yeah,
time and
I
energy.
ain't got the time of the day to do it. But if y'all sitting at home and y'all ain't got nothing to do and you just bored,
Pull it up.
pull it up. It's there for you. It's public record. You can go to you can LA County or either Dade County because they raided both his homes in Los Angeles and Miami. So it's there for you. Uh,
Yeah, it's like I say, it's people coming out. A former ex extra host, Tanika Ray. claims she has a horrific story about Diddy. So it's more people coming out with these stories. But my thing is, why now? That's it. Why now? Why you wait till somebody else came out and told their story? Now all of a sudden you got a story, then you got a story, you got a story. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, everybody get a car. Why all of a sudden all these stories now? Why now? Why did it take one person to pull the trigger for the rest of y'all to get that liquid courage to come out and say, oh, he wanted me to stay the night at his house, so he called me late night, or he did try to do XYZ. Why now? What are you going to benefit from your story? Especially if you didn't go through with it. Especially if you decline the offer. What are you going to benefit from by saying this? Your name ain't going in the paperwork.
Hey, like you say, we said earlier in the show, is book deals, there's movie deals, there's interviews, there's all kind of stuff. What up, Jeremy? Got you, bro.
What up?
There's folks out there. There's folks out there that's just waiting in the background. Like I say, I was with him in 1965, and I seen, man, come on now. Like I said,
Right.
are you with me, or are you against me, or you just been riding that train to see when that train gonna come off that track? Deacon Sweeney
Exactly.
said,
Yep.
it's only when the black man. Absolutely. Hey, we I know you come. Somebody said bandwagon. We hey, y'all bringing the heat. We talked about this. We done talked about this throughout the show. Uh, like Crystal say, who that puppet master? Because it's a puppet master. Like she say, when they say get ready to go, hey, go now. Now the iron is hot. Now go ahead and strike. There you go, Jermaine Hall for the love of the money. There you go.
Exactly.
Like I
Exactly.
say, and not to get off topic, but we can tie this to Joe Smith and his wife. What her name was? Penn Davis. Uh, she come out say she doing the OnlyFans. All of a sudden, she on every national media circuit around the moon. All right, somebody say the lady that got shot in the face dealing with Shine incident in the club has been very vocal lately, saying she said from the beginning, Puffy shot me, but they've been threatening her life for over 20 years. I don't know who you are, but I actually heard the same thing.
Thank you. Who that? But yeah. I mean, they
Who that
have
out
been
there?
coming out
Who
like
that
they
out there
say
talking about some shit?
he was responsible. They coming out and say
Mm-hmm.
allegedly he was responsible for some, some other mishaps or some other unalive situations. But man, it's just innocent till proven guilty. That's
Bingo.
all I can say.
Yep.
Mr. Hall, yeah, sex is the oldest form of business trade. It will always sell. Yeah,
Bingo.
it's gonna always sell. Then guess what? People turn around and start talking.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we done ran over that hour, and we can still keep going. We need to bring this back. It'll probably be a part two because, like I say, more stuff will come to light, more stuff will come out. We probably do a part two in this episode. You know what I'm saying? Are our black entrepreneurs moguls target, or they contribute to their own demise? But at the end of the day, like I say, leaving this show, like, subscribe, share it. When y'all get out there, when y'all come back and view it, understand we don't condone no violence, no ill wills, no sex act, no sex trade, none of all that stuff. We're just speaking on an open platform of what we see and what we know of the situation. We're not in none of the houses. We're not in none of the homes. So any victims out there, if you ever been a victim of any kind of sexual trauma, all that good stuff, seek help, come forward.
Exactly. We all right. Listen, why is Cassie a hero, but Miami not? Well, Cassie, she done put it on the floor, and even though her stuff is sealed, she did accumulated money. Now with Miami, they point the fingers at her like, oh, well, where she at now? She ain't with Diddy now. Where she at now? What she doing now? Oh, she did. And it's crazy that they're attacking her because it's like, look, okay, at one point I was with this person, or we had a situationship, or I was there for the come up, or whatever the case may be. She gone. she know that she has a brand to uphold too. She know she has a career to uphold too. So only thing she did when the shit hit the fan, she knew how to separate herself.
And Carisha family name carry
Thank you,
weight.
Jenna.
If you from South Florida, you know her family name carry weight. So she always had a little money, lots of money. Put it like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We need to talk about the Nickelodeon scandal next week too. Okay, yep, let's get into it. Miss Jenny, we're gonna have to bring you back on, girl. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Hell, she's smart for cutting ties. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she did. She cut ties. She wasn't no fool. She wanted to keep her name and brand attached to that. She knew when to walk away. I didn't have my fun. I didn't, experienced a lot of stuff, in this situation. Okay. Oh, they said, oh, this happened. Okay, I'm sorry, but I got to cut ties because I can't let my brand be dragged
Mhm.
down in
And
this.
y'all, and if we really paid attention, with some people follow all these relationships, I don't have the time nor the day. After the last child, baby love. If
She
you
fell
notice,
off.
you see she kind of start turning and saying, when you watch her interview she did with Moneybag, our girl Ari.
All right.
If you watch that interview and you start watching how she was moving, you could tell that she was putting distance between her and that situation. So uh,
I have a very different opinion about the two ladies. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Mr. Hall. But it's like I say, oh, I don't know. Even with Cassidy, Cassidy's situation, I was like, why not with that too? Because like I say, she waited. Their relationship was well over. Now you done waited till
it
you
was,
in a new marriage, or
yeah,
was it because the new? Was it because okay, she got with a new person, she in counseling, she done had a child? Was it the counselor to say, you know what, it's time to speak on it? Nah, y'all, I can't revisit this. It's too look.
we gonna do a part. We got a part two. We gonna do a part two.
Yeah.
I love it when you see he done came in.
Look,
He
see, we're
ready.
gonna have to bring him and Jenna on. We're gonna have to do a four-way.
Oh yeah, we gonna get it popping. But to your point, like I say, and then this is the part that a lot of folks run with. When Cassidy first came out, let's think back how this timeline went. It was a certain amount put on the table. I want this. A day later, the counter offer was made, and she took off into the sunset. So to the untrained mind, what the untrained mind did is say, "Oh man, he done settled with her. He guilty." Now it was probably some stuff that went on that he didn't want to come out. This is what I'm willing to give. And
But you gotta think about it too. Think about it too. When somebody sues somebody, they're not always getting that money. Just like Cardi B sued
mhm.
Tasha K.
Now, one thing, yeah, you're right. But in this situation, they say the lawyer immediately
Cut the check.
the wire was sent the next day.
Oh, okay.
Like I say, we know Puff. Like I say, that mogul status.
Mm-hmm.
He go like you say. Jermaine say he got triple. So like I say, it was something there that he didn't want to be in the public's ear and eye.
Right.
Because the next day, now I don't even think 20. It wasn't even 24 hours. That wire was sent, and then she rode off into the sunset.
Yep, you ain't hear no. Well, she had to sign something to where she couldn't talk
She can't
about it no more.
the NDA. So now
Yeah, she case. Yeah, and that case is sealed. But you see people come out talking about he made her shave her
mhm.
head and when she
Oh
did
yeah,
that and all other kind of different stuff. Yeah, he never wanted to Facebook Erica. He never did want to settle
because
down with
you right.
with one person. He didn't. Yeah, hush money. It is.
That's a whole lot of hush money.
It sure is.
That wire went through it, and like I said, it wasn't even 20. It wasn't even 24 hours. It was hey. So hey, To each his own. If he dirty, he dirty. It's gonna come out.
Mm-hmm. I think it was just her time. Cassie, she has healed and moved on with her new relationship and her kids. I think she definitely had the courage to speak on it. I'm sure she has been battling this for years, and I honestly feel she fought the courage, and I think the Me Too movement helped her gain the courage. And that very well could be it. Sometimes, people do have to stand back and definitely, evaluate the situation because they may feel embarrassed or ashamed, or did I
Mhm.
bring this on myself, or did I allow this to happen? So I'm pretty sure her mind went through all those different stages of shoulda, woulda, coulda, what ifs, and all that other stuff. So
Oh yeah.
I agree with that. It took time, but ooh.
Oh yeah, Eric. I seen you. I seen you out there. Cause yeah, absolutely. That wire went through in less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It was like hello.
Exactly. Mr. Hall said all the people that kept quiet while the activities were happening need to shut up. They can pout and watch people get abused. I don't want to hear their stories. Now, exactly. See, I said that earlier,
Yep.
and I said the same thing about with R. Kelly. All them people he worked, that worked for him. They was, oh yes sir, master. Okay, you want me to go get this girl? I'm gonna go get it. And guess what? At the end of the day, he went to jail. They sitting at home,
Mhm.
and like all these other people with the P Diddy thing. I remember when I remember a time when he called me, or I went and to the party and everybody was left but me. And no, we don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's what like you say. He touched we touched on it earlier. This man is an international. Excuse me. He's a global icon mogul. So he have teams. He have people that's on those teams that, like you say, will he know all of them? No, he won't know all of them. But there's always somebody around. That's why we go circle back. You have to have somebody that got your back, that know who's lurking and what's on your team and what's going on. And real talk, with them paying that money that quick, that could have sparked more of an interest for affairs. Absolutely.
Could
Absolutely.
have, but
Yeah.
then too, they had to know that he had the money because of who he is.
Oh yeah. Like I
I
say,
think what's getting him is the audios and
yeah, he ain't
the
have to
audios.
he ain't struggle to go find 400 million in assets and have to get it reduced. Like I say, that money came immediately.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
so I just want to see it made CNN news today. I watched it a little bit at work, so I want to see how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, just sitting here, my phone, Miami Herald just went off on Twitter. Look inside the raid of Puffy's Miami Beach mansion. But ladies and gentlemen, like I say, we ran this overtime for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Yeah.
it's everything about y'all. Y'all make this show. Y'all make us go. This show is about you and what your perspective. Not only what we bring to the table, what you bring to the table.
Yep.
Last comment of the night, Mr. Hall said the Fed's been on him since the early '90s. Absolutely. They kept quiet until they don't need you. Yep. And if you and just to add on to that, if y'all know anything, like I say, go do your black history and become a historian and learn stuff. Uh Puffy Daddy Melvin Combs was allegedly one of Nicky Barnes' right hand man. So go back, do your history, do your research. You'll learn a lot of stuff. Like Mr. Hall just say, they've been on. We know they've been on since the '90s. They probably been on a little earlier because just knowing that Combs' name and the affiliation that he had with it, going back to his daddy, uh, allegedly with Nicky Barnes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes another show of Win Life Talks. Another episode. Episode was about black entrepreneurs. Are they targeted, or do they contribute to their own demise? Join us every Wednesday. Come back, like, subscribe, share. We all said when we started this platform, we're going to talk about the hot button topics that folks don't want to talk about and folks run from. We
Yep.
here from A to Z. It may get a little warm, it may get a little uncomfortable, but we're going to talk about it. But one of the biggest things before I turn it over to Chris to close us out, anybody that's ever experienced any domestic violence, any unrest, any sexual trauma, anything, sex trafficking, anything, please get help. You have our support. Without further ado, I'll turn it over to Chris to close it out.
Oh, I mean, you did it. You said it. You closed it out. This is drop the mic after that one. Yeah, just to reiterate, man, if you ever found yourself in that situation, call them helplines. Reach out to family members. Don't be scared. Don't be embarrassed. None of that stuff. Just go ahead and speak out and get the help that you need so you can start the healing process so that person can be tried and judged. So yeah, that's it. Another episode of When Life Talk Part 2 coming to you. We love y'all. Have a blessed night.
Peace, love, hair grease. Prayers for Baltimore. Y'all have a good Friday. Have a wonderful Easter. And I want to see them Easter speeches. I want to hear them little kids out there. And if you're an adult, make sure them kids' grammar is right when they get up there in front of them church folk. We out.